Big 12 Conference tournament again. They did. College football.
Pretty tough draw. You know, you're going to play University of Texas in Texas, and but you know, we got to go play. We got to go win baseball games, and no matter where you go, you got to take care of your business and not worry about those things. But certainly, tough draw for a team that finished second in the pack, and just another reflection of the committee's decision to, when we don't host, to put us in that type of a regional. So we live with what we live with, and hopefully we can go back and play good ball.
What was the first reaction when you found out you weren't hosting?
Just disappointment for the program. You know, I think, like I stated 3 or 4 weeks ago, that no matter who finishes second in our conference, they should host, whether it's USC or Oregon State or Cal, or whoever that team is. The second place team in this conference should be a host because it's a great conference.
Texas kind of had a down year in some ways, but they have so much prestige behind that name. What's kind of your initial thoughts about them?
Well, they just won the Big 12 tournament, so I think they went the first 3 games with nobody scored a run. So I know their pitching's great. I know they're in their home state, and I know they got a tremendous amount of talent. I don't know where they started the season, but they were ranked, and they're in that conference, and I think they struggled throughout the conference, midway, and then started playing better. Got the conference tournament and won it, so it'll be a challenge.
Oregon State, Texas seems like they should be in the College World Series final. I mean, you got
that'd be great. Yeah, that will not happen.
What do you think about these 6 teams from the Pac-12 getting? You always talk about how tough this conference is, but to be rewarded with 6 teams in.
Yeah, it is what it is, and there's some teams that left out that should have been in, and there's some teams that are in that shouldn't be in. And I focus on one thing, and that's Oregon State, and this conference is great, and I think that by the committee telling us that we're not good enough to host as a number 2 team, I'm surprised that how many teams got in. So it's obvious that they use whatever criteria they choose to justify what they do.
Does your message at all to your team change heading into postseason?
No, we just, it's a game of baseball, and we got to play the game of baseball, and we got to do it at a high level, and now it's just a little more exciting, hopefully.
Do you have any experience in Dallas?
Played at TCU, just played there, and but I don't have any personal experience in Dallas. But the TCU regional that year was kind of warm, I know that, and humid.
Obviously, you don't need much motivation in playoffs, but once you guys were announced that you weren't hosting, did you see any kind of extra chip on your guys' shoulder, a little more fire in their eyes?
Well, I don't think at that point in time, because it was actually announced and they heard about it about the 7th or 8th inning of our game. So, we kind of haven't got there yet. But hopefully, you're right. That's a good point. Maybe the kids will say, hey, you know what? They're slighting us a little bit. We certainly know how difficult the region we're going to is, and that's as you look at the proximity to things and how they make decisions, whether it's a team going across town to play somebody or something, I think sometimes there's too many things that are involved in these decision-making processes that really don't have anything to do with who the best teams are or who should be playing who, as much as it's based on, proximity, money, who knows who, and things like that. I look at USC, and I think that's a pretty tough regional, you know what I mean? And, maybe you get down to Miami or Florida or something, you got 3 or 4 teams from the state of Florida too. So I think someday, they'll start seeding 1 through 64, was what they should do, and then it'd be, probably have more logic to it.
When you have so many first-year guys on a team like this, how do you try to prepare them maybe for the tournament? Do you do anything special to get them ready for this moment? Or?
We'll just do the same things. I think that they've won some big games. UCLA is the number 1 national seed. And there's another shocking thing that they're the number 1 national seed, but the number 2 team in the conference isn't good enough to host. So they play down the road against them. So according to the NC2A, there is no better team in the country than UCLA, and we played them on the road. So hopefully they'll understand that we've already gone through this and done it, and hopefully they'll do a good job of competing.
Pat, you've won a national title starting on the road 2007. How much more difficult is that challenge when you start away from Corvallis?
Well, obviously you're not in your surroundings, and you're playing against, the hostile environment because you're obviously playing someplace where they're going to have a lot of fans and a lot of excitement. They played on the field. We're going to be playing on dirt down there, so you know, just a different environment. But it is what it is, you know. And you got to play on the road. And we've been at Arizona State. We've been at UCLA. We've played in tournaments against, you know, Oklahoma State, Michigan State, teams like that. So I think it's baseball.
Pat, in terms of the team 3 years ago went to Baton Rouge and came out of that really motivated and anxious. Hey, we want to make sure that we're at home in the seasons or the years to come. So the value, what in terms of your guys getting to go on the road in this kind of scenario?
Well, it's you know, it's really valuable, especially as young as we are, to get the opportunity to participate in such a good tournament and get that experience and get that feel, and hopefully, you know, people. When you're playing that, say, hey, we want this in our ballpark. You know, a lot of kids here have experienced having a home regional last year, but a lot of these kids never have. And just the excitement around our ballpark throughout the year has been incredible. And I think it would have just been off the chart for the regional. So it'll be really valuable. It'll be valuable one way or the other. And hopefully that experience, that excitement, that feel will do exactly that, motivate them to get one at home.
Well, Andrew, a lot different than last year where your number one seed started at home. Talk about what the different feel this time going to Dallas.
Yeah, definitely. I think one of the biggest things is I feel like we're playing our best baseball, where last year, you know, we were scuffling a little bit and dropped that series to USC, where apparently that's what you need to do to get one national series, drop that last pack series. But no, you know, we're a really confident group right now. You know, we're playing well in all aspects of the game. So, you know, we're just excited to, you know, continue our season. And you know, I'm sure, like Kay said, it's a new season now. Everyone's 0-0, so I need to have a good week of practice, and you know, I'm sure they'll have a good scouting report on VCU, Dallas Baptist, and Texas for us. So you know, we're just excited to get there and get going.
Obviously, kind of shocking that UCLA did get that number one seed, considering you guys finished second in the pack and aren't hosting. How do you guys take that?
You know, not much we can do about that. I think we, you know, did everything we can. We played well at the end and won our last 5 or 6 series. So you know, UCLA is definitely really deserving. They're, you know, a solid ball club in every aspect of the game too. So you know, they had a heck of a season, and you know, I feel like, you know, we're definitely excited to get there and, you know, just keep playing good baseball.
What's to say for how tough this conference is with 6 teams getting in this year, and the respect that you guys, other than maybe you guys not hosting, but just having that opportunity to have 6 teams in the tournament?
Yeah, I mean, half the team getting in is huge, or half the conference getting in is huge. So like you said, we definitely know it's one of the best conferences, and you know, we played toe-and-toe with all those teams, so we're even on the road. So you know, like I said, we're really confident going in, and you know, just need to take it one game at a time here and just keep playing good baseball.
In some ways, do you feel like it's almost better having that momentum, playing the way you're playing right now, than hosting? Do you think that's more important in some respects?
Yeah, I think just the biggest thing is, like you said, playing the best baseball, where we feel like we're swinging it well. Bullpen's been a lot better. Starting pitching needs to keep doing what we've been doing, and defense has been solid all season. So just need to stick to the fundamentals like that, and you know, just execute when it comes down to it. You know, that's all it comes down to is, you know, when you get between the white lines, who plays the game better. So you know, I think some of the freshmen need to realize that it's the same baseball. You don't need to, you know, outperform anyone or anything. You know, when the postseason starts, it's the same thing we've been doing all season. So you know, I'm excited for them to finally get their first taste of it.
Texas is kind of a national powerhouse. Yeah. Do you have any memories of them watching any College World Series growing up or anything like that?
Yeah, oh yeah. You know, obviously one of the best programs in the history, and one of the best coaches too. So we have a lot of respect for that program, and you know, it's going to be a great battle. So we're definitely excited to get out there Friday.
Is there some excitement, Andrew, even as much as you would like to host, some adrenaline up? Hey, we're going on the road with a young team. You get to experience this late in your career in a regional on the road. Is there some excitement about that?
Yeah, definitely. It's just something new. So that's, you know, something I haven't experienced. So yeah, definitely, it's going to be a great atmosphere there. And I've never been to Texas, so that'll be fun too. But yeah, it's going to be, you know, Dallas Baptist, Texas, and VCU are all, you know, really good programs. So it's going to be, you know, a good battle out there, and we're excited to hit the plane and get over there.
Caleb, what's your initial reaction? I mean, you're going to Texas, going down to Dallas. What are your initial reaction when you saw that?
A lot of excitement. You know, anytime you get to go to a place that you haven't really been before to play baseball, it's a good feeling. And you know, obviously we're a little disappointed that we didn't host, but you know, going somewhere new and facing someone new is really exciting.
Coach said that Morrison may come back. He's has a checkup on Wednesday. What would that mean for you guys, and how would you feel about potentially moving back to third base?
Well, I wouldn't care. I mean, I love having him in the infield. Like I keep telling him, I feel bad for playing short, honestly, just because like that's his position. But that would be just a bonus to the postseason, bonus to our season. The dude is working his butt off right now. He's trying to get healthy, and he won't say much, but he's pretty eager to get back.
What's your take on the fact that UCLA is the #1 team overall? You guys finished second in the conference, still not hosting.
Well, I kind of think of it as the UW situation last year. They went down to Ole Miss, and they were the #2 seed. So, we can't really control that kind of stuff. Next year it could be 4 Pac-12 teams hosting. So you never really know. Just, we're just going to take it with a grain of salt.
Is it different for you? I mean, last year you were freshmen experiencing this. Does this have a different feel to it?
It does. Really different. I feel like I have a little bit more control. Just another year under my belt. I don't have the upperclassmen to look up to, and it's kind of like everybody's looking up to us sophomores now. So it's a different feel, different energy, different vibe on the team.
Also,
like it.
is it different just because you guys are playing better than you played at the end of last season? The offense is better, and pitching's really been dominant.
Yeah, I mean, all aspects of the game are coming together. Defense is great, hitting is coming along, and Amo's been lights out on the mound, so is Drew. So we're just trying to get all 3 aspects of the game, and looking forward to Friday.
Did you feel like UC Irvine kind of stunned you guys a little bit last year? Were you guys a little surprised with what they were able to do, and how does that experience prepare you for this one?
They got hot at the right time. They were just kind of that underdog who nobody really thought would come in and beat the #1 overall. Kind of think we're like that a little bit. We're not a 4 seed, but nobody really expected us to be in contention to host, and I'm really okay with that.
KG, some of these guys said they've never been to Texas. Have you been to Texas?
Oh, I've never been. I'm excited to go, that's for sure. I mean, it'll be a new experience, that's for sure.
How about just getting to this point, opportunity to play in the postseason? I know it's why you came here, something you wanted, just for it all to kind of come to realization now that you guys are hitting the road and you're really on the road to Omaha.
Yeah, it's really exciting, and to have this experience with a young team, it's great, and like Hammy was touching on earlier, no one expected us to be where we are right now, and it's a huge accomplishment, and we just got to keep on rolling.
Do you kind of pick the brains of a guy like Hammy that was a freshman last year going through this, and what kind of things you need to know coming into it?
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, the older guys have always been there for us during this whole year, and I feel like that's why we bonded as a team, and they've been there for us. And whatever questions I have, these guys always help us out. So it's really helped us to mature as a team.
Do you remember watching the Corvallis Regional last year? Were you watching it in Hawaii?
Oh, yeah.
And how surprised were you with just what unfolded?
Oh, it's crazy. I think the fact that, like, when we watch our games on TV, I just think about a year ago, I was watching them play on TV, and to finally be here, it's just kind of surreal, and, I'm just really excited to get this going.
Did you watch the College World Series as a kid growing up as well?
Oh yeah, all the time. I loved it, and just to be able to have that opportunity to go there and be in it, it's really awesome.
So then Texas is quite a national powerhouse.
Oh yeah.
What's it mean opening against them, even though they may have had somewhat of a down year by their standard?
Oh, it's great. They're a good ball club, and we got a lot of good ball clubs up in our regional. So. It's really cool, and I'm just excited for it.
Obviously, you guys can take advice from some of the older guys on this team. Because you're so young, do you feel like the freshmen are going to have some nerves heading into Texas?
Yeah, definitely. You always get butterflies going into the game, that's for sure. But, we just got to continue to be how we are and just relax and play with confidence and have fun.
Do you guys feel like you've peaked, or that you guys still have a way to go until you climax?
Oh, we definitely have a way to go. There's moments here and there where as a team, our pitching, our defense, and our hitting's there. And, I just feel like as a ball club, we can be that team.
KJ, in terms of the year, you talk about maturing as it went along. I mean, you guys were picked to finish 5th in the league. You finished 2nd. You won 13 of your last 17 games in conference. So what did you see? What are the keys to that run?
I think just as a team, you know, we just matured at the right time. That's for sure. I mean, it took us a while to get going, but you know, as a young team, we all started to fill our roles, and I feel like just as we got on that win streak, we just built up our confidence. So, I mean, just staying with confidence and just playing loose and having fun.
Connor asked you about watching the World Series growing up. Do you have memories of the Beaver National Championship team? Did you watch those games and start to think about Oregon State?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, of course. I mean, just knowing about a lot of history about this program and just thinking about it. I mean, it just kind of, when the moment came, when Coach Casey gave me the opportunity to come here, I just kind of, those thoughts kind of played into my head and just be like, that could be us one day, and it was just exciting.
For you and Seaboy, the right side of the infield, Christian Donahue. Two kids out of the same area playing, going to the regional. What are your thoughts about that, going with him down to down?
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, it's a lot of fun, too, just having my friend over there. We always laugh during the game sometimes when things happen. So, I mean, it's just good to have a guy there and, you know, very comfortable with each other talking. So it's a real good connection on that side.
You were like 8 or 9 when Oregon State won that World Series. Did you really watch that? Or just
no. I did. I watched it. I mean, I wasn't watching it. My parents were. So, I mean, when I came into the room, it was on TV. So, that's how it kind of came about.
Right.